Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. For the Grue Rume Show today, I got a very awesome guest, someone I'm very excited to chat with, and he's an actor, a legend, and he's a boxer now, and he's going to be in a boxing event in Philly, Celebrity Boxing, hosted by Feldman, and I'm going to talk to him all about his fight, about his fitness and working out. It's going to be a fun time. And I'm talking about Antonio Sabato Jr. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Rume Show. And my interview with Antonio be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Rume, and as always, my gruelings. Welcome to my nightmare. So stay tuned.
We put okay.
All right.
Hey,
Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for being my guest. I really appreciate it.
hey, my pleasure. Thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, the first thing I want to start out saying is you you look amazing, and
Oh, thanks, man.
yeah, definitely. Like, how long have you been training and working out for?
My whole life, I probably now it's about 40 plus years, since I was a little boy. My father threw me in the ring when I was 6 years old, and then I did gymnastics. I started with judo. I enjoyed that a lot. Then I went back to gymnastics again, played soccer and race cars, go-karts, and motorcycles since I was a little boy. So I always did that. I was in a swimming team. I was in a junior varsity teams, and obviously play all the American sports. I was always very athletic, playing sports, could compete in judo. I did some jiu-jitsu for many years. My son is actually my little one. Did a lot of jiu-jitsu. He's still in it. All my kids did a lot of sports. My family did a lot of sports. My mom, my father,
Oh, wow.
Greco-Roman, boxing, and race car driving and stuff. So, and then I turned pro as a race car driver later on in life. So, yeah, I continued doing sports my whole life and never stopped training ever.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, what do you love about training?
I love everything about it. It helps my life. It's pretty much a lifestyle now. Now that I'm competing in boxing, it's a whole different level. But I just been really concentrating on refining what works for me. I released a fitness book many years ago, kind of giving my 2 cents on fitness and how it's important to me and what I do for it and my regimen, my lifestyle. I don't believe in diets. I don't believe in any of that sort of stuff. I believe in lifestyle. I believe in
Yeah,
doing things that very much supply my needs. And I know a lot about fitness and health and how to take my body, take care of my body physically and all that stuff. So I don't I tend to really progress on that and find ways from trainers, from people, learning, competing, learning from the best. My coach is Chris Steele. He's down in Venice Beach. I'm going to camp. A steel boxer coming up in about a week. I'm very excited about that. So I learned from a lot of good friends of mine who have been training me for years, different ages, different backgrounds, and I just compiled everything together and made it into what works for me. And I also look up to people like Bruce Lee. Steve Reeves was a guy that I adore growing
yeah,
up. He was. I never looked up at Arnold, the people like that. I never liked his body. I always thought Arnold did a lot of drugs and the steroids for many, many years and never really explained to people what he was doing. So my respect was for Bruce Lee, Sugar Ray Leonard, Steve Reeves, people like that. Charles Bronson, my father, Steve McQueen, Paul Newman. Those guys were my idols, and Batman, obviously, the comic books, Batman, and all my trainers, that I've had over the years, and they've been very helpful for me. Yeah.
nice, nice. And in order to stay fit and healthy and have like a healthy mind too, like it's very important to stay active. Like even if you just want to go out for a walk, like walking for like a half hour, like
Yeah.
that helps too, right?
Of course, anything you have to take care of your body. Your body's meant to be moved. Nowadays, humans eat a lot more than they're supposed to. but God created us to be very active. We're just meant, for me, in my opinion, of what I've learned, genetics and just our humankind over thousands of years is that humans could probably just eat once a day and be very active, walking, running, swimming, picking things up. Charles Bronson had a great workout. He used to do 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 sit-ups, and 1,000 pull-ups.
Oh my God.
And he would do that, or squats. He would do a lot of 1,000 squats. So your body's meant to be to work your tendons, your muscles, to be lean and strong and very active, not to be bulky and big.
Hmm.
Because as you get older, to carry all that weight, usually, a lot of people that do a lot of lifting, for example, and they do a lot of weight, they usually get hurt. They get shoulders and joints and things like that. But if your ligaments are stronger and lean as you get older, and you're very fast, and it'd be a combination, like if you see Bruce Lee's body, very lean,
Yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of thing.
very
So yeah, and that's how I train myself. I train twice a day. I do a lot of cardio, and I do a lot of weights, and I do a lot of strength training. I do a lot of sit-ups, and I do a lot of boxing, and I do a lot of, I do a lot of everything
hmm
to go always to, my cardio is excellent. As I get older, I want my cardio to be even better, but I also
Oh,
want to be strong and lean. So for me, it's important. So, but there's times in our lifetime, as from the 80s, the 90s, since I've been alive, and things changed. There was a time where people wanted to get big. There's a time that it was about sit-ups and having your six pack. It's instead of working your entire body, your body has to work and be trained every day, 7 days a week.
oh,
I don't take time off. There's no days off for me. For
oh,
me,
wow.
it's like it's a constant. And they say, well, you're not gonna recuperate. Yes, you're gonna recuperate. I'm not in any injuries. I worked out through injuries that I've had, but not. It wasn't injuries that I've had because of training. I've had injuries because of like car accidents, racing, things like that. My
Mhm.
back, you know. So I had to deal with stuff, but it wasn't accidents that I've had from weightlifting heavy weights. So for me, it's to stay lean and strong all the time, and to train 7 days a week, 365 days a year, even on
Wow.
Christmas Day, every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You
no,
you
no
really
time
you
off.
really are
Yeah,
dedicated to it.
yeah. Most athletes, especially boxers, they do for their training camp. They do their 9 weeks, 10 weeks, and then they get back into gaining weight. Bodybuilders, they load up, they get bigger, and then they have to lose that weight to get cut down, but they don't stay cut all the time. Like a lot of bodybuilders, especially on the internet, especially the big ones, they talk about fitness. They're on the
Yeah.
juice, they're on the heavy juice. And even with the juice, you got to work hard, but they put a lot of mass and they eat a lot, and then they have to
Hmm.
cut down to be trim. And then when they're big and heavy, they wear the heavy t-shirts and stuff to cover all that mass because they're not as cut. For me,
Yeah.
it's to stay lean. It's
Yeah.
like it's like also the bodies that I adore are like the 100 dash, like 100 or 200 dash, you know what I mean? Like Bolt, like lean and fast and strong, but everything's cut, and you can reach, all that stuff. For me, it's very interesting to in my 50, I'm 53 now, to be stronger and smarter in fitness than ever before. But if I would have done what everybody else is doing and weightlifting, the bench pressing, the squatting,
That.
and all that stuff, no, I'll probably be in a lot of pain. I'm
Oh,
sore. I love being sore. Don't get me wrong. I'm sore from working out hard, but I'm not hurting, and
yeah.
I'm not messing up my joints or rotator cuff or my knees or my back. None of that. I'm stronger than ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
I know you say you don't follow like, any diets and all that stuff, but are there any foods that you love to eat to stay fit?
Oh, I love steaks. I love meats. Filet mignon is the best for me. You put a filet mignon that my girl cooks for me, and I'm ready to eat it. I am a meat eater. I do fish and tuna and turkey, obviously, but a lot of beef and chicken, but mostly beef. I really enjoy that. I never really enjoyed that growing up. I enjoyed a lot of chicken more, but
Oh,
now I
all
enjoy
right.
beef. It makes me feel better, sharper. I don't have any coffee. I don't have any sugar. I don't have breads, things like that. So for me, is a lifestyle. Diets for me is very strange. When you put a diet cannot be consistent, but a lifestyle is consistent. People say, "Well, you got to motivate me," or "I got to motivate." How do you motivate yourself? How you stay motivated? It's not about motivation for me because motivation again will last for a very short period of time. You know, like listening to music to motivate you or watching a movie to motivate you. Instead, for me, it's lifestyle. It's like brushing your teeth. When I brush my teeth, I don't think about it. I have to do it. I take care of my teeth. I take care of my. I don't put anything in. Like for me, is a lifestyle is more important because now that lifestyle is consistent all the time. So
Mhm.
it's and there's no excuses. Like people say, well, and look at it this way. Nowadays, especially in America, you have the most gyms, the most products, the most of everything and people pay a lot of money to be healthy. Instead, you don't
Yeah,
have to pay anything. You don't need any money to stay healthy. Really, you don't. You can build yourself a gym in the garage or one of your rooms at home, or you don't even have to do that. You can go down to the park or get do pull-ups on a tree and do like Charles Bronson. He used to do 1,000 squats, 1,000 push-ups, and 1,000 sit-ups, and I think he did some other and pull-ups or whatever. So you incorporate that every single day. You're gonna gain something, right?
true, true.
Or so there's always something, but people want the easy way because they want the pills, they want this, they want that, they want the easy way to be fit instead of thinking about it as a lifestyle. Is I do it every day, so no
Mhm.
matter what, I'm going to achieve it. And if you can get to that point of actually doing it, like cleaning your teeth, like taking your shower, doing those things, or meditation for some people is very important, but they do it every day. If they incorporate all that then you don't even think about it. It's like you get up in the morning, boom, you do it. It's like boom, it's consistent. And then you do it every day no matter what. It's not a matter, oh, I have to do it. Oh, I hate working out. People shouldn't hate that because your body and is the only body you got. You can't wish you could look like somebody else or you look at other people and also it's not healthy. The fact of the
Mhm.
matter is your body's not supposed to carry that much fat. It's very hard for your lungs, your bloodstream, your heart. When you're carrying a lot of weight, and to be healthy, it means you're gonna live longer, and also you're
Yeah.
gonna think better, you're gonna sleep better, you're gonna have better relationships with the world, yourself, with everybody around you. When you feel good, so there's a lot of stress level too. I think training for your body, your mind helps you stress so much. And I have to do it. I do it when I travel. I do it when I do movies. I do it when I'm racing. I do it all the time. So it's a constant thing. When I just left to do an appearance and I was playing golf and I was hanging out with celebrities and boxers, good friends of mine. But in the morning, I'm shadow boxing in my hotel room for 30 minutes and then I'm doing 30 minutes of sit-ups or doing I'm jump roping in the room and I'm burning more calories in that room in that hotel room every morning. So there's never quit and there's never no excuses. That's why my fitness book was called and it is called No Excuses because there are no
Yeah.
excuses. Yeah.
Oh man, abs are like the one thing that's always like so hard to maintain and keep. Like how do
Yeah.
you do it like so well?
It's your body. It's not just your abs. People focus on the abs, but it's your body fat, that has to be gone. And everybody has abs. Everybody has those muscles. Everybody has everything underneath the skin and underneath the fat. So you need to lose it. You need to eat less. You need to fast. Fasting is extremely good. I fast every day, 7 days a week.
Oh,
Basically, my schedule is from 12 to 8. I have that schedule from 12 to 8 p.m. is where I eat. So I don't think about calories. I just know exactly what my body works and I know
hmm.
exactly what to eat. And also I know how hard I train. So I know how much I'm burning. I'm sweating. I like to work out in very hot temperatures.
Oh,
Like I don't like to work out in air conditioned, all cool. I like to work out in like 200 degrees. I like to
oh
work
my
out in
God.
in an oven. I like to wrap myself in a lot of clothes or my sweatsuit, and I like to sweat. Otherwise, I don't feel good. I need to burn. When I run my 4 miles every day, I run in the heat. I like to run in hard conditions. So, and I like to sweat a lot. And so I'm burning a lot of calories.
Yeah.
So from fasting till 12, and then at 12 o'clock, I eat, whatever, and I eat a lot of protein. And then at 8 o'clock at night, boom. And I could cut at 7, I could cut at 6, depending on my hunger. But I don't deprive myself. I'm not like living like some people in these diets and these
Yeah.
things where, oh, I don't, if I want to, if I, we were in Italy last year and I was eating some gelato or some pizza. I'm okay with it. I'm walking 30,000 steps all over Florence, all over
Mhm.
Rome. And so it's moderation. But I'm not eating pizza every day. I'm not eating pizza now, and I don't
Yeah.
miss it. If I want to go eat pizza right now, we'll go eat it. Tomorrow I'm going to run 4 miles. I'm going to do all my workouts. So it's going to be gone like that. So that's what I'm saying. Consistency, but it's lifestyle, and also your digestion system. Very important. What you eat, how you digest, and how you keep that going every day. It's very healthy on the inside and also on the outside. I do a lot of blood work. I check my blood work twice a
Oh
year to
wow.
see where all my elements, everything is there. They talk about cholesterol level, but that's one part of it. But there's all the other things that you need to check out. So, and it doesn't take much to check your levels on
Well, yeah.
everything. So, it's very important to see that you're okay inside and outside.
Wow. And you're really big on following your dreams and doing things your way, and how important is it for you to still like keep following your dreams, like racing now, like you say you just started
Yeah.
racing and now with boxing, and like you're still actively following your
Your
dreams yet?
life, our life, your life. I'm sure you want to do your podcasting, you want to be
Yeah.
successful, you have your personal dreams.
Yes.
Never give those dreams up. It's your life that God gave you. It's very precious to you, and your dreams are very precious to you. And people give up on those dreams because one door closes, but then you open another one. Maybe that wasn't meant for you, and you open another one. But your dreams shouldn't go away. You should always
Hmm.
fight for your dreams. And people get older, they give up on those dreams because life gets harder or whatever. But it's all mental. It's how you objective and subjective how you see things. Because or negativity from other people or the world or what the
Yes.
consumption of everybody else's ideas how you're supposed to live. Your life's supposed to be done your way. Nobody's supposed to tell you what to do, and nobody tells me what to do. So for me, as my dreams of racing a 24-hour Le Mans, I'm going to be racing there one day. I'm already in the works, talking to teams like McLaren right now. I'm going to come back into racing next year. I even talked to NASCAR. I raced at Indianapolis twice. When people say, "Well, you're not going to race there," and I did. I'm boxing now, and they're like, "Well, you're too old." Well, you'll see, and my opponent is going to see, and all the other opponents that I'm going to see. I'm not just going to fight one fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight several fights. I'm going to fight for the next few years. I'm going to fight whatever as long as I want to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to race cars, and I'm going to make movies, and I'm going to take care of my family, and I'm going to travel around the world and go to places that I always wanted to go. Those dreams and aspirations can never go away because then life is over.
You're right.
Life is precious, man. Life is very,
Right.
very precious. You don't know when everything's gonna go away. And you gotta follow it's like a racing horse because if you listen to the naysayers, 99% of the world doesn't care. Unfortunately, that's the reality we live in. Even the ones that pray for you and they say that people are very selfish. Humans, that's what God
Yeah.
gave us the Ten Commandments. That's what God gave us some sort of rules to follow because humans are selfish. They're selfish
Yeah.
people. And the more power you have, the more selfish you are. Sure, there's people that give and all that stuff, but also they give to themselves too. The people that give and they're very successful also take care of themselves. They also work out. They also train. They also feed themselves with the best food. They also travel and they do things for themselves too to make them feel even better so they can give back. It's like that old saying, when you're on the plane, you put your mask first and then you help the next person over. But you can't help
Yeah.
them because your life is over. So I'm saying like your dreams and aspirations can never go away. And as you get older, it doesn't matter how old you are. Age is just a freaking number.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? It's just a number. Show them everything you got. And whatever they say no, you say yes. Whenever they close a door, you open another door. Whatever happens that you think is negative, get rid of it. Like delete it. Friends, people that tell you things, even family members. And family members are the worst, the ones that always tell you
Oh,
the negative stuff, right?
no,
The
you're
gossip
absolutely
stuff.
right.
But once you get to the consistency of lifestyle, again, nobody is going to stop you. Nobody's going to tell you otherwise because you're going to be focused 100%. Like every day, you're like, oh, yeah, that's your opinion. Thank you very much. Good night. Oh, that's your opinion. Oh, thank you very much. Good night. And that's how easy it is. And the more you do it, oh, I've heard it all. When I was in soap operas, oh, you're not going to go to nighttime. You're not going to make movies because soap opera actors. I did all that. I went
Yeah.
everywhere I went. You can't race at Indianapolis. You're not a professional race car driver. I turned pro. Oh, you can't box. You're 53. I'm going to box. Everything that I do in life it's dependent on my decisions, choices, right? Life is about choices. So you make choices, make some good ones, make some bad ones. You learn from everything, and you keep moving forward. And that's how I do things.
Wow. I love hearing you talk. Like you have so much knowledge. Like it's amazing listening to you.
I love sharing that. There's a lot of people in need. I feel that a lot of people are lost, especially now with all this technology where everybody's on their phones all the time and they waste a lot of time not even being outside and they
Hmm.
don't enjoy life anymore because, you're on Facebook or here or there and time goes on and minutes go on and hours and days and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I lost a part of me. I'm like, I wanted to do this. I can't do it anymore. I talk to people all the time. Oh, you're fighting now. I used to fight when I was younger. Why don't you fight now? Oh,
Yeah.
because, I got hurt or what. All these excuses. People don't want to hear poor me syndrome. I'm not the one, like, I got injured. But I don't talk about it. I'm not that guy that says that I want that attention or I want that poor me syndrome. You're like, oh, I can't. No, I can do it. If you tell me something that I cannot do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you that I can do it. I'm going to swim across the ocean if I have to show you that I can. That's just the person that I am. And I think people have that in them because God does not make mistakes, but
Yeah.
it's a choice that you make within yourself and go, am I willing to have that gladiator, that warrior mindset every day of my life? And that's what makes it interesting because it's a challenge all the time. That's a beautiful thing to be challenging yourself. Because if you're just okay, mediocre, life becomes boring. Life becomes like anything else, and then you stop taking care of yourself because the challenge is not there. But look at people when they're challenging themselves in their 20s, right? Those 4 years or those 10 years before the Olympics, and people train so hard for that gold medal. And as
Yeah.
soon as they have that gold medal, it's done. I'm like, no, it's never done, man. There's another challenge. There's another gold medal. There's another thing. And so never give up and never surrender to anything ever.
Wow. And you're boxing now. Like, what inspired you to box, and what do you love about the sport?
Well, inspired me. I was always a boxer my whole life. My father threw me in the ring when I was 6 years old in Rome, Italy, and I was scared out of my mind. He put some gloves on me and says, "Go for it." And I just grew up watching him and being in the gym with him and just learning how to box was something that I really enjoyed. And just being able to keep your hands up and protect yourself, the art of boxing. And I still didn't know fully the art of boxing. As I got older, I really got into it and I really started learning it. And I still got it, and I still learning it from the best. Like my coach Chris Steele and how he trains me and how I was able to be a sponge and really learn everything about the art of boxing that I really enjoy. I was going to fight Roy Jones Jr. in the '90s for a celebrity boxing match,
Oh,
and
wow.
that didn't work out. But I was into this game a long time ago, and some of my favorite athletes that I've met are boxers that I adore still to this day. I just saw some of them the other day, and I love the art of boxing. I love the fact that art is so specific to hit and not get hit, to be able to throw fast speed and movement and just there's just a beautiful art about it that I think has been lost and the technique and all that stuff that I think boxing, best years of boxing still are there to come. I think that we only have seen a fraction of the sport because most trainers and most camps train the same way. They do the same
Mm.
thing. Most fights nowadays, especially, the 80s were really spectacular. The Tommy Hearns, the Hagler, and the Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, those guys took it to another level. And the way they used to fight and how many fights they used to have, and their bodies was just like strong, hard, lean. If you look at Hagler and Sugar Ray, especially that fight, and you see the way they look
Yeah.
supernatural. They look like superheroes. But now look at these boxers now, what they look like. Look at Canelo's body. I think Crawford is one of the best. I think Crawford is going to take Canelo in September. But besides that, like, all these bodies of all these boxers, they all fight the same way. They square off, they have a good defense, blah, blah, blah. We have Mayweather who perfected that defense to another level,
Mm.
but it wasn't a complete fighter. Mayweather was not complete. He had a great defense and a great counter, but I think Sugar Ray would have got him in his prime.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would have got him in his prime. Um, and Muhammad Ali took it to another level as a heavyweight. Those are great fighters, the best of its kind. The movement, stick and move, the footwork. You don't see that anymore.
I
You
know.
see two people squaring off. The Jake Paul and all these people. They're gonna square off the big shots, and then you score on that. And then if you get a knockout, you do. But it's not about that finesse anymore. And I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back in September. You'll see. The world is going to be shocked to see what this Italian kid is going to do.
How did you meet Damon and now like you're signed to fight for Damon's
Damon believes in
celebrity
me.
box?
Damon is a good guy. He knows about boxing. He knows that this fight in September is going to be the biggest boxing event and in the history of celebrity boxing. We all know it because we're getting so many views and we're getting so much attention. I already knew that it's going to be huge, but it's bigger than I expected. And everyone in celebrity boxing and Damon know how big this fight is, and we just started promoting it, and it's blowing up. So we're very excited in Philadelphia. The Rocky and Apollo story is it's
Yeah.
it's great for marketing, but also it's true. I am the real Italian stallion, and my opponent is the real Apollo, and he's going to bring it, and we're going to have a beautiful night of boxing, and people are going to be shocked to see me fight the way I'm going to fight, and you've never seen anything like it.
I know. I love the whole theme for it, like Rocky and Apollo theme, and it's in Philly. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome. You're going to be fighting Corey, and
I
yeah,
love
it's going to
Philly,
be
man. I love Philly. I have good friends that live in Philly. Philadelphia is one of my favorite towns. All the New
nice.
Yorkers are coming. Everybody from Miami's coming. I got people coming from Australia. I got people
Oh
coming
my
from
God.
Italy. Yeah, people from Italy and family from Italy are flying over. They already booked their tickets. Um, It's going to be great. And Philadelphia is a perfect town. I mean, this is a Rocky town. I can't wait to
It
get
is.
there after my training camp and probably run the steps of Rocky, go up the steps, right? I got to run up there. And
Definitely, yes.
yeah. And the whole city's behind me. The whole city's behind my opponent. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
And didn't Sly
Yeah.
send that gold glove to you?
Yeah, and I know the a good friend of his who takes care of everything for him, all the merchandising and stuff. And he sent me this, and I've been asking Sly if you're going to see this. Sly, check this out. Come down. I would love for you to come out and walk with me to the ring. That would be very very special. If you can take a trip to Philadelphia, and that would be amazing. So I'm hoping for that. Hopefully it will happen. It would be amazing.
Oh my God, yeah. Like having Rocky walking you out to the ring and you're portraying Rocky in this fight.
It's right.
And and next month where you say you're going to start in like another week or two, you're going to be doing a boxing training camp like
Yeah,
what?
I'm leaving a week from tomorrow. I'll be in Los Angeles at Venice Beach, a steel boxer. And my camp starts for 9 weeks next week.
Oh,
So yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of videos, a lot of live events. The press is invited. The steel boxer down at Ocean and Washington Boulevard down in Venice Beach, California. and my sparring days. We're having fans come over too, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, it definitely sounds it. And and you also coached ice wars too, right?
Ice Wars, yeah, we were there in Detroit, and when I get to fights, live events, I get into it. I really get into it. I could be a really good coach because I love the sport, and I think these fighters on their skates are going to be phenomenal once they learn the game of boxing. Because
Mhm.
they're great ice skaters and they know how to fight and know how to brawl. But I told a lot of them, they actually called me to ask a lot of help about boxing. I said, listen, you guys get a good coach, a good boxing camp, and on those skates and the way you guys are just eager to fight, it's going to be phenomenal. You guys are going to be unbeatable. But I was coaching a lot of them on the fight, and the ones that I was coaching, they were actually hearing my combinations. They
Yeah.
actually used the combinations and stuff, and it worked. I got some
Nice.
knockouts, and they won. So I feel very blessed to be part of that. It was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So who's the hockey team that you like the most? Is it
Well, I live in
Florida?
Tampa. The Lightning. The Lightning is my team.
Okay.
We have a couple of Stanley Cups, right? So in the last few years, we did very well. Also, we have the Panthers, who just won.
They back to back
Uh,
too. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. So we did very well. Florida and hockey, who would have thought, right? We have some
I,
great teams. I love watching hockey, especially when it's hot outside and you go in a cool area,
hmm
nice and cool, watching people do their thing. And the game of hockey is amazing. I played hockey. I give them a lot of credit to these guys because they're just supernatural, superhuman. My oldest son, played a lot of hockey, street hockey and ice hockey.
Oh, nice.
It's a great sport, and I love to watch it. I love to be part of it. And now that they have ice wars, come on, man, that's so cool, so cool. And they're
And,
coming to Tampa too, so I think I'm going to watch the next Tampa event for
oh,
Ice
nice.
Wars because I really had so much fun, and I can't wait to see another match, another night of Ice Wars.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even like with like film and stuff, like you act like you've been doing it for years now, but now it looks like you're starting to get behind the lens now. Like yeah, I see you directed a movie, Breaking Shad.
Breaking Shadows, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Breaking Shadows, my friend. It was a trailer that I shot. The movie is in pre-production. We're actually getting ready to shoot that movie probably early next year, but it's in the works. I would love to direct. I think just like coaching, I really behind the camera. I just my vision. I'm very clear. I'm very passionate about everything that I do. Directing would be something a lot of fun for me. Producing, I've done that, but also a lot of movies. I've done a lot of films, and a lot of my films have been directed by my ideas. I work with directors, and we work together on scenes, on movies and stuff. And I like directing is very, very cool. I enjoy it, and I enjoy directing a lot of the films that I made with the director that was there. And a lot of good friends of mine who have directed me always ask me about this and that. We worked really well together. So I have my 2 cents in that. And over the years, I really enjoy it. And then I took this trailer and it came out really well, and it was phenomenal. And I really enjoyed it more than I know I was going to enjoy it, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. It's very therapeutic for me. And I push the actors a lot. I really like to go there with them, and it's fascinating, to be in this business this long and having a chance to direct. It's cool. It's a cool thing.
Nice. I always ask my guests this, like, I'm a huge horror movie fan. Are there any horror films that you like to watch? I mean, I know you've been
My
in a
next one,
couple.
the one that's coming out this year, 426. That's a good one, brother. I can't wait for you and the world to see it. I haven't seen the film, but the director, distribution company, they're all very, very happy about the film. They can't tell me enough good stuff about it. This one is coming out in the theater, so that means a lot. It's got full distribution, domestic and international, which is very hard to do. And everybody's talking really high, a big game on this film. So
Nice.
it comes out between now and the end of the year. I think this
Oh,
fall
wow.
they're talking about, and it's called 426, and it's a psychological horror film. that I really enjoy doing. And I really put my heart and soul into that. And I came from another production before that, which is Grace by Night. And Grace by Night was another beautiful film about redemption and competition and American wrestling and love and family and loss and grief. And that was an amazing film. So I suggest everyone to go check it out. I think you can get it on streaming all over. It's called Grace by Night. But then from that film, which I spilled a lot of my own, like I just went there, as an actor when
Yeah.
you're just fearless, you don't have any restrictions. You just go there full on, and you have the right script and the right cast and the right director and everything, who lets you really explore those things. It's fascinating. And then I went to 426, and we shot that in Detroit, and I went to a whole new level. So I can't wait to see that movie. I'm very excited about 426.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, I loved when you were on Charm too.
Yeah, that was a fun show too. That was a lot of fun. And working with my good friend, and God bless her soul, she's in heaven, Shannon Doherty.
Oh, I
She
know.
was a good friend. We made a lot of projects together. We had so much fun in our career. And she's in heaven now, surrounded by 1,000 angels. She was one of the nicest, most caring actress, that I ever had the pleasure of working with. And she was a friend and funny and just beautiful inside and out. And the world misses her. And
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so she was amazing. And Charm was, yeah, one of the first projects that we worked together on.
Wow. I actually met her at one of the cons, like not like and she was so sweet, like so nice,
Mhm.
yeah,
She was
it's a
and
shame.
everything.
It's a shame what happened. Yeah.
It is. It is. That's why I'm saying life is very precious. And obviously, we're not going to live on forever, but that moment that we live here, you should take it to forever. This moment right now, every day, take it for
Exactly.
whatever it's worth and make the best out of it. And I cherish the moment that I've had and the movies and the shows that we did together, me and Shannon, because those moments nobody will take away from us. And we had an amazing time. And great respect and great fun. Anytime they said you want to, there's a movie that I always mention her name, and I always said, listen, I'm there, Shannon. Whatever you need, I'm there to work with you. And we miss her.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess the last thing I'll ask you basically is where can fans follow you, and is there anything that you want to plug?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, just on my social media. Usually, I'm on. The Instagram is really the best way to follow, especially my training camp. We'll have a YouTube channel with Steel Boxer. My Twitter account is always active. Facebook is very active, but and TikTok as well. All the social media is pretty much combined. You can follow me, but Instagram is really where I use the most, and where I give back to the fans and stuff as much as I can.
Oh yeah, your merch too. Like you got the hat, the shirt, right? Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, my merchandise, my products. Yeah, Pirata della Strada is called Pirata della Strada. It's Pirates of the Street. It's um, it's one of those things that I wanted to share my passion for racing, my passion for everything that I do, and I want to transport that into the clothing department, glasses, watches. We have T-shirts, jackets, and all that stuff. So check it out, Pirata della Strada on Instagram or piratadelastrada.com. But it's all on my Instagram. You can check it all there, and people like, we make really cool stuff and products and fun stuff that I like to wear, and just share my passion for pushing to the limit.
Definitely. And I live in Philly, so
Oh,
I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm definitely going to be there. And
can't wait to see you, man, in person.
yeah,
Nice. Thank
yeah,
you.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll hang out, and Philly's a great town. I can't wait to see you in person. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It was very fun talking to you. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
My pleasure, bro. When you put it out, let me know, and I'll repost it and do all that stuff that we do. But thank you, and it's a blessing to be part of this. And thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. Have an amazing night.
Thank you, pal.